ReelTalk. I am Samantha Drews, and today I am with some new faces, if we all remember from the Next ReelStar. How are we doing today, guys?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Hanging in there? I got to meet you guys on day 2. So I'm curious, because I didn't get to be there for the entirety of the shooting process of this. Did anything come up that surprised you, or anything that you wanted to talk about? Other contestants?
Yeah. Something that
what's the-
surprised me was Giancarlo's strength in the arm wrestling challenge.
1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna come back for you someday. I love you, Caroline.
This is my military tag. I want you to have it.
A muscular physique is a requirement for any real star, but so is a muscular mind.
You think I'm some poor little loser? Prove it. Cash this check.
We arm wrestled for like 5 minutes. It was much longer than anticipated.
Okay. That's great. Cool. What else did you
honestly,
do?
I don't know what the purpose of that challenge was. We had to recite lines while arm wrestling, and then when the scene was over, we just did it again and again and again and again. And it was a test of like strength, but also being able to keep the scene up. But then it just became us like crying lines out while flexing our arms, and like I was really afraid someone was gonna break their arm. Honestly.
I thought he was gonna break my arm.
So, Giancarlo, how was that experience for you?
Well, I mean, honestly, I feel the same just as Jacob. I mean, look at him. He looks strong and he is strong. So for me, I mean, I popped with and break my arm, especially at the end. It was very mentally exhausting from reading the lines, but it was also a lot to keep up with, a guy like him's arm. So I feel the same. He was very strong.
Normally for Real Short, like a lot of our guys are physically fit. Sometimes when you're on set, sometimes they'll have to like do push-ups beforehand, or they have to like specifically watch what they eat in the morning so that when you are on camera, they have a certain physique, which can change when you eat certain diets. I'm sure you guys all know, or if you drink a lot of water. But the main reason for that is, one, because of the grueling, you need endurance to be able to be on set, as well as, when you're doing a rain scene, for instance, it's freezing cold, and having muscle be able to keep you warm. So those are important things, and being able to do something physical at the same time as being able to do a performance is also at hand in hand. So it's more of like, it's a test of both physical and mental endurance at the same time. Guess you didn't know that when you were going, oh, my arm's gonna break.
I was surprised at how kind everyone was. I was walking into a reality show, a competition, even expecting it to be cutthroat. I've watched a lot of reality TV, and everyone is usually at each other's throats because they want to win.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody wanted to win, but everyone was refusing to say anything negative about anyone else. It was about, you might be a little confident, but everyone was like, oh, look at how strong he is and amazing he is, and wow, that was a really good scene.
Wait, okay, so
it was very supportive.
Did you guys not know each other before this? Because I was under the impression you guys already all
We
knew.
had about a day of getting to know each other before we
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
thought
we were
you
basically
guys were
strangers.
already like you tight, like you've known
No.
each other. Really? Okay.
We were trauma bonded day one.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What do you mean trauma bonding?
Oh, there was some drama amongst.
Okay, tell me. Do tell. What happened?
There were some people who excommunicated themselves due to, I guess,
Difference of opinions.
Difference of opinion.
What
Yeah,
do you
we'll leave it
mean?
at that. We'll leave it at that.
Wait, what do you mean?
There were 2 people. We were 2 people short. My group of performers for the competition, there was 2 people who never showed because they decided morning of to basically cut themselves, and then went on the internet and had some choice words.
Oh, wow. Okay, didn't know that. Fascinating. Do you have any other information about that? They just didn't.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
How far to go into this?
Yeah, so it all kind of stemmed, I think, from day one. In day one, I think while we were getting ready for our interviews, everybody was going one by one in their interviews, going upstairs, and we were all being held downstairs. And I think after his interview, one of the guys' interviews, his name was Texas. we got a comment back from the producers about, just being a little bit more competitive with each other, just to kind of not only excite us, but excite, make a good show.
Yeah, it's a show.
And I think that he took it the wrong way. And then from there, it just kind of bled into this big thing, like a snowball effect.
Okay.
And other people started getting involved. And so it was kind of like a fight with, do I focus and try to do my best on the competition, or do I like focus on this where this other guy is trying to drag more guys into it? So it's just like really, really, I think, intense.
It had the energy of like a YouTube apology video where they just like
Oh.
would sit quietly in their hotel room like, yesterday something happened to us and I don't know what happened. I'm not the right person to ask about this portion, but they were saying people were trying to break into their hotel room
Huh?
and like attack them. And
Huh?
yeah, which you'd think that like police would be involved or something, but I don't know.
Interesting. Jacob, do you have any comments regarding this at all?
I think
Like, what do you know about the situation? Like, because I'm completely in the dark about all of this.
my thoughts on the situation, I think that the two guys in question, were over dramatizing things.
Was it a character like that they were portraying because it was a reality show? You think?
No.
Oh,
Once, no.
okay.
The producers told us several times that the cameras were not rolling. So
okay.
it was kind of like,
So this is all stuff that we haven't seen then.
Probably not.
yeah,
Okay.
Also, I don't know if there's
behind the scenes.
was an announcement made throughout the process of like these people have been cut off screen or something like that. But if they haven't, watching closely, you'll notice that there are two gentlemen who did not show up for the next day.
Pay close
not saying
attention.
Okay, so Andrew, the bad boy I mentioned, he was causing some trouble on set, so unfortunately, we had to ask him not to come back. And Cam self-eliminated.
Yeah. Look, watch the episode closer.
And Jacob, did you finish all the thoughts that you had?
I heard about it from what had actually happened, and it was because someone was looking for someone, not like in a "where is he," but like in a "hey, have you seen my friend" type of way. And it just took off from there.
So somebody tried to break in, but it was a
More just like,
friend or
like a
okay, so it got blown out of proportion,
misunderstanding,
basically.
yeah.
Like it was a misunderstanding. Yeah, like somebody was
Okay.
trying to go into a different room, and because they themselves were already in such a heat moment of,
They were in
I'm
their
already going
heads
through
and their
this,
minds.
I'm already dealing with
feeling
this.
a certain way.
Now someone's knocking at my door.
And then it goes ah.
Yeah, they just like
And then it
spiraled.
Their
spiraled.
blood pressure spiked.
It just went
Got it.
crazy, and then it got spread onto social media, and
And it went to social
it
media.
exploded on social media, and a lot
Huh?
of
TikTok, right? Was that
personal,
TikTok?
yeah,
Mhm.
a lot of personal lives were like attacked, and we had like a brotherhood moment where we all kind of like stood there for each other and kind of like had to reassure each other.
I mean, I can't speak for everybody. I haven't like kept up with every individual person's social media accounts,
Yeah,
but like
oh well.
collectively, we're pretty anonymous about the things we say. They were naming names and saying this person.
They're
this
just laughing.
person, This person.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn over to the guys who aren't here in the room with us. Does anyone like to make a comment? Would anyone like to make a comment about the situation, or would like to add to it?
I can start.
Yeah, please.
I can't go off of what you guys were just talking about. You know, I wasn't there. I don't like to speak on situations I'm not a part of. But what I can tell you is like from the first interaction with the two, the one, Cam, Alaska, whatever you want to call, he was just rude. I met him in the elevator with Eric, and Eric was just like bundle of joy, you know, very nice guy. And then him, I don't know if I said something wrong or whatever, but there was just some weird energy going on. So I was like, okay, you know, that's just the way of life. We're not going to get along with everyone. Of course. So kind of that like grumpy, just like pissy, or maybe it's like he thinks he's cooler than everyone else in the room. I don't know what it was, but it just continued throughout the entire experience. And it definitely didn't rub me the right way. So I was just like, bye. Yeah. But the next one, Andrew, who was very wildly, but nice, you know,
Wow.
very nice at first, and I like to give him that. And then I forget which one of the guys mentioned it, but it was like a flip on the dime. He we got some feedback to, this is a competitive show. Like, put your heads into it, put your mind on it. And he did not take that highway. He really had a big problem with that. And it went on and on. Like, it wasn't just like a retort, it was a 10-minute lecture to the producer and everyone else in the rooms where I like went to the bathroom at that, and he's still on his soapbox. I don't know. It was like ridiculous. And, I still tried to interact with him from that day, but it really just went downhill.
But yeah, you're trying to be nice, just cordial people that you know.
I wanted to add to that a little bit.
Please.
Especially like we all know Yuri, she was a producer. Like she was just doing a no, she was just trying to be, just giving us a no. And we all know Yuri, she was one of the nice producers. And then it just turned into like a huge, like literally like a 10-minute conversation. But for me, I think my moment with Andrew, I think what the talent show, it was when it got a little out of hand, especially with the judges from the talent show. And I think it got a little too aggressive. And like it started out being very sexual, and then he got a little like too aggressive with the judges. And then he ended up making it worse because he ended up posting everything on social media for everybody to see and witness, and just adding on to it, which only made things worse, honestly. So it was all out in the public at that point. So
Wow.
to each his own, right?
I agree with you guys. I do think that he made a small situation out of nothing. Obviously, everyone is entitled to their feelings, and
Of course.
there's also a type of way that's a conversation that you can have between you and a producer, or maybe between you and a couple of guys. But he dragged in. He tried to also take that and lecture the rest of the guys that had no issues with that. You know what I mean? So it was one of those things where it was just silly. It was taking out of context, and yeah, it just took it too personal, in my opinion. And for me personally, I didn't think he was any competition, so I feel like the less guys that were there was better for me. I'm glad that kind of happened, because it just pretty much upped my numbers to, be the next star.
When it comes to, any job that you have, whether it be a reality TV show or if you're going to work with someone on set when you're on a project, if you're going to be acting or anything like that, there is a level of professionalism that needs to be had. And part of an audition, even if it is, in the concerts that you are having, is having professionalism. It does seem like maybe there was a lack of professionalism on this person's part, maybe two people's parts. There's a certain way to communicate when, you want to talk to a director, pull the director aside, be like, hey, I have thoughts about this, this, and this. Or if you don't feel comfortable talking to the director, you can go to the producer. And there's a certain way to go about it. And it just seems like from the situation, that was not the correct way to handle that situation. I'm sorry you guys went through that. All right. Eric, I'm going to call you out. Do you have any thoughts on this situation?
You articulated the views with Samantha, because the reality is an opportunity like this does have the potential to transform someone's life, and we're all here for a certain reason. We all elected to be here, so to treat it as anything besides that is just a waste of everybody's time. And I definitely value my time, and try to take every opportunity I can. I believe everybody else is here too. So when you're around people that are making jokes or wasting people's time, that don't understand the severity of certain situations, it's not a good mix. I was also grooming with Cam at the hotel, and he was just like super awkward to be around the whole time. Like Shane said, that when he first met us, I was trying to be friends, and Cam was just super awkward, and he never got out of his shell around me. And I was spending hours with him every night and sleeping in the same room with him. So I got a pretty good understanding of him, though, like right away. He's just a weird dude that outside of the set and outside of the environment that we created, those are really the kinds of people that I'd be surrounding myself with.
Okay.
Not to interject too much,
Go
but
ahead.
I would like to give a little bit of benefit of the doubt. I don't want to just write this off, but Cam was by far the youngest person. He was like freshly 18 years old.
Okay.
So it may just be a level of like comfortability or immaturity thing.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know, but that is something to
consider, because I didn't know that. Yeah.
Because I definitely thought the same thing you did. And I think if I remember correctly, one of the things I said is like misery loves company.
Mhm.
So when somebody's having a negative experience, they're usually going to want to grab somebody else.
Yeah.
And I think if you can like control those things, you're going to easily get sucked in.
Yes.
So it was his first time ever doing anything like this, because I remember sitting down with him with Shane on our very first dinner, and it was new territory, but after like a long chat, he seemed a little excited about it.
Okay.
So I think if it wasn't for the other guy, he would have probably had a whole different experience. Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think he protected his experience the way he should have,
you
if that makes sense. So.
Okay. It's probably maybe just a
Yeah.
learning curve for him. Like,
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
And he tried to recruit me to quit as well, and I said no. That's like, no, because that morning I was getting to know him for like basically the first time, and he was pretty kind. And Cam didn't speak much; he's very quiet.
Yeah.
But he was just there, and I seemed fine. And then as the day progressed, it was getting more agitated. The bus ran late, and he's like, "We should leave. We should get out of here. This is stupid. This is bullshit. Whatever." And I was like, I think I'm gonna stay. And I know I said this earlier, but genuinely, that was the last time I saw him.
Yeah.
But also, like, he was shy, and then he was ready to throw a movie of the whole production out of plastic. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Hi, David. Welcome. Welcome. I know.
Hey.
I know you kind of popped in late here, but
I'm like Slim Shady.
I don't know if you understand any of the context that we're talking about, but if you have any thoughts, if you want to chime in, you were welcome to speak.
With Cam and Andrew, I think a lot of it was jealousy because they could tell that they weren't fitting in with the group. And the thing is they did it to themselves. They made themselves jealous, essentially, because they didn't try to fit in. Everyone else was getting along with each other. They were outgoing. Those two were very, to themselves the entire time we were there. As far as, the age and everything like that, I can agree but disagree on that at the same time, because I know when I was 21, I did not get attached to somebody who was completely dogging something that they were in and supposed to be like, having a brotherhood. You know what I mean? Like if somebody was doing that, I would have avoid them. So I can't really say, I can agree and disagree on that as far as Cam goes. Andrew, he's just a dipshit. I don't know really what to say about that, but I think he did influence Cam a lot. And Cam, being an adult, should have, realized that that's not the type of people he needs to be hanging around. He needs to be hanging around people that are uplifting, their brothers, and rather than dragging them down. So,
yeah, I just didn't like him.
And you don't have to. You don't have to. You're allowed to stand on your own morals and standards. So, does anyone have anything else they want to say about this? Because that's so much.
It's just like you got to be careful with who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
And it's gonna have an influence on you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna turn our attentions to this lovely table in front of us.
Yeah, what do we got going on here?
You guys have already kind of been playing with it. But I would like, and this includes our lovely ladies over here. I would like you all to take either, one of these on the table. We have a lot of array of emojis here on the table, or from your phones or any device that you have that can show an image. Pick an emoji that describes you. That is like your essence. All right, Jacob, which ones?
Oh no.
Why?
I felt like, regardless of where I was at, I was kind of carrying a vibe when there was music playing. So I just liked to dance.
Can I have a move that you could do sitting down?
Hey.
Cool. Okay, cool, great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wait, and then there was that, we line danced. At the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did line dancing.
We did line
Or, I
dancing.
think it's line dancing. What's it called when you do
A can.
Oh, something about pole
Like a chorus line?
Yes, thank you. Chorus line.
Okay.
We did do that. I remember that.
There's receipts. There's videos.
We do have videos of this. Jonathan,
Why is it like midnight where you are?
can I have you pick out an emoji that describes you and show it to me?
And these emojis, it's limited, but I want to go with this one. That was me throughout the whole process.
I love that. Cool. I don't know if you wanted to further explain why that emoji.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like there was so much drama throughout the process. I mean, I was nervous that I didn't know what to expect. And I was also just, everything was just very, very shocking to me because I've never really done anything this competitive. And I'm a very competitive person, but I didn't know how it was going to go because we had a lot of like very like athletic guys, and then we had some like just keep. I don't know. It was just one of those things where you don't want to judge a book by its cover. And then throughout the process, I realized that I can totally do it. I could probably like actually win this thing. And then like I said, I was just shocked throughout the process. Even at the end, like I thought I did pretty well to make it pretty far, but then I saw that you guys were only taking like 2 to the finals, and I mean, so that was shocking and stuff. But anyways, just a really like awesome process, and it just really shocked me just how far I made it. And yeah, so that's the face. That's the emoji that I would pick for for my time there.
Oh, awesome. Actually, to veer off of that, because I know we're having the votes. Can you give us a little summary of like why our fans should vote for you?
Yeah, I do think if I have the opportunity to come back, I think the fans should totally give me that just because I think throughout, the experience and even the aftermath, like I feel like I've gained a lot of confidence. And I think if you just give me a role and like I have some time to study, I think it would have been a really good addition to Real Shores. I mean, it was just, I mean, we had such a like limited time, and I think I did my very best. I haven't seen it, obviously, how it came out to be, but I'm excited to see, and I do think that, I've worked a little more on like my presence, so I do think it'll be pretty good to get that opportunity to go back and really prove that I can totally, make it happen.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing that, and I'm excited to see how the results turn out. And is there any final words that you have before we let you go?
Any final words? I just can't wait to see it. I'm so happy that I got to do this with all these guys. It was fun, like I said, super dramatic, shocking, but overall a great experience. So thank you.
Of course, thank you.
All right, guys, thank you. I'm gonna go on my flight now, but
Oh,
thank you guys so
good.
much. Bye.
Bye. Alrighty, Julian. Pick an emoji.
If I had
Choose
to
your
choose
poison.
an emoji, pick your
Yes.
poison.
Pick your poison.
It would probably be this one.
Oh?
The hand scared. I feel like throughout the whole experience, as a newer actor, someone who's trying to be in the acting industry, I was very nervous but excited because I had never done something like that before. And we had even done the improv activity, and that was also very nerve-wracking but exhilarating at the same time. So I was definitely in a state of nervousness but excitement.
Okay, and you've never acted before? You've
No,
never
I've done a lot of like
auditioned?
commercial acting. I'm a signed model, so I've
Oh,
done that.
okay,
I do
okay.
like runways. I'm a
Okay.
dancer as well, but never actually doing like a full acting set and
Nice.
that with that's the intention. I've had characters, but this is a car commercial or this is a hair commercial,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Oh.
So it was a really great opportunity. I was so
Well,
excited.
good on you
Yeah.
for doing that because I know how terrifying it is just one alone to do an in-person audition, but to do it in front of a whole crew.
Yeah.
So should be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Brandon.
I'm gonna cheat the system a little bit. I'm gonna pick 2.
Okay.
I think there are 2 sides, 2 wolves, if you will.
Two wolves.
Okay.
I'm pretty shy as a person, mostly, I think. And I am always, worried about maybe what somebody may think of me or whether or not I'm coming across right. And maybe that has to do with acting. Perception is kind of the name of my career, so it kind of bleeds into my real life. But when I get comfortable, I can go over the deep end.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
I talk a lot. I joke around a lot. I can get ridiculous and do some silly, stupid things. And so I do think that when I get comfortable or if I'm with the right people, then my personality is enormous.
Yeah, you have to know you're safe
Yeah.
before you can open up.
Yeah, and I think we have such nice people. When I was so surprised about the show, everyone was so nice that it's kind of easy, You're
Well,
surrounded
I'm
by
glad.
8 people who are in the back who are literally going, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, yeah. So how come, even if I mess up, like, who cares?
I do remember. I don't know if that was on tape, if that was captured. Cause
It should have been. I think so.
I do. Yeah.
was,
Okay.
yeah.
I do remember. You know, they would come out. Be like, oh, like who's next? And they'd come out, and then they'd just hear, yeah, like way in the back, and then they'd finish and be like, yeah.
Yeah.
So much cheering. Yeah. So positive. You guys are wonderful.
Just dapping each other up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Shane, would you like to go pick an emoji?
Sure. The emoji I have to take is probably the party face emoji. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I definitely like to bring fun energy to anything I do in general. But when I got this opportunity, I want to just like bring it on set every day. Take it serious, but not too seriously. I remember day 2 for us. We were, Team Black, and I can remember just all like, I think it was the 12 of us. We were sitting before the day got started, and we were crying, laughing, like genuine freaking laughing. There were no cameras, and the producers came up to us, and they're like, "What are you guys like? This is so good. We need to record this." But we were just cracking each other up. It was so funny. And that was definitely like my favorite moment from the entire experience. So I thought I brought the party, but it looks like everyone did too. So.
Shane, thank you for sharing that. That's honestly really really sweet to know. Because I mean, sometimes you don't really hear the good things about working on a set and the experience that you do have. So thank you for sharing that and just acknowledging the people that you worked with and the time that you had here. All right, Juan Carlos, are you ready? Do you have your emoji that describes you?
Hello, yes, I have my emoji. Mine would be that's what you can see.
Hey.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so there were like 5 different ones, but I had to choose the one with the dark hair.
Yeah.
Just to kind of suit me a little bit. I have to choose that one because, yeah, like we talked about, I mean, there was a lot of drama, but I think also with working with a production like you guys, like a very serious production company, and I think it's part of the job, when you're filming, film takes a lot of time. And so there was a lot of hurry up and wait, which is just part of the film industry. But for me, I chose this emoji because when it was showtime, I think it was showtime. So for me, it was the acting exercise. That's when I had the most fun. When we got to do the acting exercise, I truly got to really think about it and just not just try to do a great job, which is what I wanted to do. And I mean, also it's up to the judges to decide that. But to just really have fun with it. I think, there were a lot of people that were nervous, there were a lot of people that, had experience with acting. Some didn't have experience at all. But I think at the end of the day, we all just had so much fun doing the acting exercises, whether it was a scripted one or for me, my personal favorite was the impromptu one, just the improv class with Savannah. And I think that was a lot of fun. We all had a lot of fun. There was a lot of laughs. And I think what I loved the most was how supported we all were and to each other, and just like, I think it was Jacob or one of the guys sitting on the couch mentioning it. It was truly a brotherhood where we all wanted to win. I think everybody wants to win, but it was about supporting each other. And really, we don't know each other. We just met, and to just arrive at a setting where we can sabotage each other, but we're choosing not to. I think that's really the gift inside it. So for me, it had to be that.
And you touch on something that's really important when it comes to being an actor, is that there is a level of play involved in our work. And it sounds like that's something that you gravitate towards, and being able to have that is extremely important. So thank you for touching on that and talking about that. David, do you have your emoji?
Yeah, mine would be, I don't know, should I just like click on it, the one that I want?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be great if we could see it. Oh, that's cute.
Experience all around, right?
Yeah.
I'll choose the heart emoji, and the reason for that is kind of what John Carlos has followed. It was the brotherhood, and being able to connect with guys you literally met 5 minutes ago.
Type shit.
Oh god.
Just in that. I love you.
Bleep that whole thing up.
The type of brotherhood that I found while doing this is nowhere near what I've ever found in my entire life. And I'm 27 years old. Now that's not old by any means, but it's long enough to, you would think you would find someone. Now I do have a brother here at home, and when I say brother, I mean he's all I connected with. My actual brother, the piece of shit. But
my best friend Anthony, he's probably the only guy I've ever really and truly have got along with that could be myself around. And that was until I met the group of guys that, did this experience with me. And that's just like John Carlos said. I mean, it's a gift in itself to find someone or people who you connect with in that aspect. As far as, I'm sorry, there's a lot of stuff I want to touch on when it comes to what John Carlos said. He had brought about how, there were people going into this that had zero acting experience, people who had tons of it, and for me personally, I was the person who didn't have any type of experience at all. I had no modeling experience, I had no acting experience. The only type of experience I did have, which it was the improv portion of it, and I did like one class of improv, but it felt good because it all felt natural. And I feel like that's how improv is supposed to be. It's supposed to feel natural, and it's not supposed to be.
What improv helps you do, not only is it to like help expand your mind to think of new things in the moment, but part of it is also being able to be present and in the moment and being able to listen to the person reacting to the person that you're performing with.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And that was it. That was like John Carlos said. That was my favorite part was the improv because I can come with shit up on the spot. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to acting, I have to remember the lines and
It's more technical when you have a script.
Yeah, it's more technical, and I'm not gonna lie. I thought I had to go, get a new chain of underwear because I was freaking out back there before I went on camera. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know the facial expressions I'm supposed to make. I don't know if I'm supposed to be screaming, if I'm supposed to be talking low, if I'm supposed to be talking sexy. You know what I mean? So you gain all of that experience as you move forward in the acting industry.
Well, thank you, David. We really appreciate you being here. We're gonna let you go because I know you have to go, but thank you so much. Good to see you.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I appreciate you guys inviting you to this. I love all of you guys. I can't wait for this in-person reunion.
Okay, my last victim, Eric. Do you have your emoji picked out?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty clear choice for me. This is the emoji that I would select. Yeah, the flex emoji. I've just learned in so much of my life that I'm in a much better position for the physique that I have, for the health that I have, and just you can be the most successful actor, the richest person in the world, but if you're in poor health, if you're not able to move, feel good, it's not going to be of any use and value. And realistically, too, the more you take care of yourself, the better looking you are, the fitter you are, you're going to have more opportunities too. So you can let it win this chance with Real Short. The more I just build myself up and keep throwing myself out there and giving attention, you never know when the next opportunity is going to come. You just got to be ready for that. So the more stuff we can all do, my point, with fitness, with learning new skills, with taking care of yourself, but just stay in the game, eventually your time is going to come. And for me, going to the gym, building the body that I have, it's been the single greatest thing I've ever done for myself in my 49 years of life so far. And it has changed my life. And I'm really grateful for that. So I would encourage everybody out there listening to really just take charge, to get yourself in the gym, get healthy, figure out what you love to do, and get great at it. And your health is one thing that the money will never be able to replace. And you'll be a much better actor. You'll be a much better accountant. You'll be a much better father to your children with your health and with a good body. So I can't stress the importance of it because I've experienced that firsthand for myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie this back into performance as well. one of the other things that's really important when it comes to health as an actor is knowing your body and knowing your mind. So there are things that I learned about my body that I'm not allowed to do on set. Like, for instance, I'm not allowed to have any caffeine because it's a stimulant. So if I have to cry on set, I won't be able to if I have caffeine. That on the flip side, if you have issues with memory, normally if I'm struggling on set, it's probably because I haven't had water for the last couple of hours. So if I drink a bunch of water, your memory's refreshed, you'll be able to think more clearly. So, I mean, that's just, part of my life. And I think you're absolutely right. Taking care of your health is one of the number one things to increase your longevity, to be more present, and to just be the best person that you can be at any moment. So thank you for sharing that. If you guys have any like funny stories or like any chaotic moments, I wanna hear all of it.
Your roommate at the hotel in my
Joe.
friend, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe went up
Legend.
for the improv part of
Okay.
the competition, and I went, $5 says you won't do the impression, and he gave me a cheeky smile, and I mean, I'm sure you've watched the episode. It's a little insane. Yeah, so Joe got eliminated in the first round.
He committed to the bit. He committed to the bit.
He did it. He did it.
Through the whole thing?
Yeah, he was talking to who was in that scene? Was it Giancarlo? Were you the one in the scene, or was it?
No, it was Ken.
It was Hawaii.
Oh,
Ken,
yeah. And Ken was doing such a great job.
I honestly was wildly impressed at how Ken stuck to like the task at hand. Like, did not deviate at all. Like, I would have on set been like, all right, what's going on here?
Yeah, like,
Ken was
are we
just like,
cutting?
Donald Trump, you need to let go of this girl. Like,
Can you do an impression?
the impression of
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Go for it.
I want to see it. You started it. I need to see it.
He's like, you need to let her go. And he's like, shut up, you furry. You need to leave it alone. I'm Donald Trump. I'm the greatest in the world. And then our coach is like, well, why do you even love her? You have millions of dollars. It's not like you need the ransom. And he's like, you're right. Why do I want her? She's actually a loser. You should want me. How do you sleep at night? On a Tempur-Pedic.
What the?
It was an amazing time. Yeah, it ruined my voice for like a whole afternoon because of that voice.
Yeah, so Joe is my roommate. I got to hear it pretty late into the night and then the next morning, but it was fun. It was funny.
My name is Andrew Johnson. I am an actor, professional.
Do you feel like there's
that
could be your biggest competitor? Are you worried at all?
No. Why? And at the end of the day, I'm the only one who's capable of winning this competition.
Andrew, are you going to do this?
So did he just say that in front of all of you? He's just like...
He like holded production up for like a good 10-15 minutes, and we're the last group to go. So imagine you're on set all day.
Yeah, all day.
And now we have Ken and Joe as the mafia boss. Let's see what y'all got.
Oh, is this... Oh.
I'm the mafia boss.
I don't know who you think you are right now.
The greatest mafia boss there ever was. Some say
She has been my destiny.
How could that be? Across all the moons.
Like he has one hand on her.
I don't know. I could have anyone, you're right. Do I really want her?
She's like, what is happening? Actress only.
Transform into a werewolf. You're not scaring me with this little mustache.
I have to say, in hindsight, I remember the impression being a lot better.
It was a lot better, I feel like, in person.
When you're in person, it felt good. Watching it back, I was like, that's barely Trump.
Barely.
Okay, so that was the Trump impression, right?
Yeah.
Can you further elaborate again on
in
that?
hindsight, watching it back, it was a lot better in person. Watching it back is a little insane. In person, it was hilarious. But that seems like a fever dream.
You just
A fever dream.
I love to see
Crazy.
Nicole go.
Huh?
She just like leans forward like, huh?
When I just watched it, I went, oh my gosh. And then it showed a clip of me going, oh my God.
Yeah,
I about had the same reaction.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to comment? Because I don't know if we got to your commentary either, Adrian. Experiencing like that challenge, the dance challenge with Andrew, and how that experience was for you.
It was, well, I mean, when it got to us, our group, the last group of guys, we were literally the last one. So it was like the end of the day. After we finished, I think we were gonna wrap already. So we were all really hyped. We all sat down and we're ready to kind of do our thing. And then I think just kind of that little, well, it wasn't little, it was a really big pushback or the holdback on production. It kind of like
How long were you
set
waiting?
even. I think it was like a good 10 minutes, 10, 15
Oh,
minutes
wow.
of us being
Just waiting.
like just waiting in the sun. And we were angled in the direction where the sun was hitting us because that was
Yeah.
the best for production
For lighting,
purposes.
yeah.
But I just remember that we were like getting very serious at one point and it just made him laugh more. So it was kind of like,
So
what's
it,
going on?
that's
Yeah.
unfortunate because it's like,
Yeah.
in general, it's already a vulnerable position that you're put in, being with cameras around if you're not used to it or around new people, and then you have someone who's putting you in this position where it might be even more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Like, was there
Well, in the
something that you
moment, I think
wanted to
I'm one of
say?
like the nicest guys I personally met. Like I've met myself. I've told myself that.
Yeah.
But like you
100%, I agree.
meet yourself eventually.
Got you.
Eventually, you're
Facts,
like,
facts.
this is who I am, you know.
Yes.
So I feel like for me to have felt a certain type of way, I even like after that day we went back to the hotel, I questioned myself. I was like, I mean, I felt a little like irritated or a little disrespected because
Yeah,
it was my time as well
disrespectful.
and my experience. And
Exactly.
even after that, me included, still being a little annoyed, was like, you know what? Maybe now he feels more isolated. Maybe now he thinks that all the other guys are like against him. Let me maybe have a conversation with him. Maybe things were
Yeah.
wrong or something
So
happened,
you
but
talked to
no.
them.
Yeah, some of us we did speak to him actually. We wanted to kind of clarify things. Like, was this something that happened on production? Was this something that maybe in that moment you just felt like your character was being portrayed in a different way? But all of that was put to rest the next morning when he started blasting on social media like hateful conversations and hateful point of views on some of our other like fellow brothers that just weren't true. They were just true to him.
Can I ask
Yeah.
what he was saying?
Yeah, he was just trying to paint like a criminal type of character onto a lot of like these hardworking guys. We all come from like different backgrounds of life. And you know, to get in this point, sometimes we're very proud of ourselves. You know, it might be new, it might be something that nobody in our lives has done, like being a pageant king in general. That's like something that takes a lot of guts, that a lot of men from all different types of backgrounds, religions, cultures can be interpreted differently. So imagine just being there, all of us supporting us, and then someone was at this point purposefully trying to put not only the organization down, but everybody in the like at one point it was individual people being called out and saying things. And at one point I was like, you know what, guys, let's forget about this. Like, let's just ignore it. But then it went on to TikTok, and then other people from other things reached out to us and they're like, hey, is this happening? Did people break into the room? It was a lot. So we were a little upset that our hard work was being overshadowed by somebody else deciding to take that point of view, if that makes sense.
Did you ever have words with him at all?
No, I just silently unfollowed him and parted ways, you know, keep it classy, keep it
peace.
mature. Yeah,
keep it
that
peace.
was it. He still follows me to this day. I've checked, but you know,
I don't
it's
follow
just
him,
like,
he
you
follows
know,
me.
you have to, that just shows the social awareness was not there, you know,
Right.
because, but to
I
each
know
their own, you know?
You were about to say something, Brendan.
Oh, just specifics. Like what you said about David was probably the thing that was like, but throughout this entire experience, it was more just like, I understand your frustration because being on set can be frustrating.
frustrating,
You
yeah,
know, some
it
days,
can be.
oh, we have to do this shot and then another shot and another shot,
And
and
you're
they're
sitting
all
outside all day, it's been
outside. It's
hours,
100
yep.
degrees and it's hot and
not
the sun's
easy.
hitting you. You know, it's not fun.
No,
But
it's not hard, or it's not
you
easy.
signed up for it. You said yes already.
Uh-huh.
This is what you're doing, so you do it. And so I kind of am always more keen on giving people the benefit of the doubt and being like, well, you know, okay, I understand. You know,
Yeah,
you should probably be
you give people
in the
second
shade. We
chances.
should be more breaks or something, or maybe you should have had more water, or we could have done something to help you. Maybe.
Yeah,
But
sometimes people have bad days.
suddenly it was like calling David like saying things about like having a lack of class and discussing about like the unconsensual sexual nature of one of his performances because he was doing like a provocative dance in one of the things, which was acceptable, and he ended up like placing in the competition for that portion. It was asked for. And then him being like, oh, this was disgusting, and saying all that online, and then framing an idea for people with no context. To
Right.
be like,
Yeah.
he just went up there and did some gross thing. And it was like, no, it was like a
It's like first
strip dance thing that people intended to see, you know?
First and
Purpose.
foremost, like we purposefully built that inclusive environment where it would be safe to do something like that if that's something that you wanted to do. So we didn't expect that at all. Like nobody, I think, expected.
He just perhaps set
Yeah.
up a way to do that.
Yeah, to record it
Yeah.
like covertly and then only give enough context in order
That
to
favored his side of the
favor
story.
Exactly.
An image.
lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as he was trying to be held accountable, he just dropped it. But when you kind of already stir the pot and throw things out there, you kind of have already that experience. But regardless, we did our best. And after that, we even all the way up until finals night, if anything, it kind of made us stronger. And we got we got closer through that. It really did.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it really did bring us closer because now we all had a common
enemy.
No, I was trying to find another word too, because I know that's where he was going with it.
No.
And I was like, what's another word?
Common experience other than the competition.
You're trauma bonded, basically.
There you go. Back to that.
You had a shared experience that you all could relate to.
All while trying to find the next real star.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what we found is the next real star was the friends we made along.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, real stars.
And to say who is the next real star, I will say there is an opportunity you guys have that is a difficult one, but we could all tie, and then Real Shorts would be forced to make a show with all of us in it. They do a lot of productions. There's how many productions a month is Real Shorts doing right now? A lot.
A lot.
There's only
We're getting signals over here. You guys can't see you.
No. I'm ignoring the signal. I'm talking to you. Look at me. You're the one with the power. You've got the coins. You're the one with the power.
You choose the next
leave
real
some
star.
comments. I don't like. We all deserve this. Every one of us. And I would love to win. But I would love for them to win too. So why don't we all win? That's my case.
Giancarlo, do you have any thoughts or anything you want to add?
There's a lot, to unpack, but I mean, just specifically about some things. I mean, it was just, I kind of talked about it briefly previously. We just sort of became into this kind of brotherhood like situation where we were just supporting each other. There obviously were some hiccups along the way with some contestants, as we were able to see that, was, I think it did, if I'm being completely realistic, I think it did do a disservice to all of us living in that moment, all of us as a contestant and as a group. But clearly, it may bring ratings up, I mean, controversy into a reality show, like it may help Real Short. You never know. And he did make a good villain. I do gotta give him that, and Shane did say that. And I was like, you know what? Like, there is a good point to that.
All right, so the fans get the opportunity, as we've already seen previously during the show, that you get to vote on who gets a call back to be on one of our shows. So moving forward, as we wrap up this evening, I would like to ask each and every one of you to tell the fans why they should vote for you. Can we start with Jacob?
Yeah. I think if we can all bound together somehow in the comments and get a tie, everyone can come back. If you want to see all of our faces again, let's come together as one.
You're not convincing me, Jacob.
I don't know. I think I have a little bit of background in acting, and that's coming from modeling too. It's been quite a journey. I think that if you just want to see my face more, and if you want to see my face more in the frame, yeah, vote for me.
Adrian, why should our fans vote for you?
Well, you guys should all vote for, collectively all of us, big tie. But if you vote for me, it would be heavenly sweet to be the next real star. Because I mean, I have no experience, so the only way to go from the bottom is up, right? So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Let's do it. Make me an actor. No, I was kidding.
All right, Brandon.
Yeah.
Why should our fans vote for you?
Because this is what I do. This is who I am, and nothing about it is fake, and it's what I'm passionate about. And a lot of these shows are about romance, and Do you want a romantic partner that is doing this because, yeah, why not? It's fun. Or do you want somebody who knows this is what they want? And I'm here for that reason.
Oh, snaps. You're a little
But also, you
fire
can vote for
there.
all of us.
Giancarlos.
To be quite honest and frank with you, I wasn't very fortunate to get too ahead within the competition. I was one of the very first few ones to not make it on Judgment Day on the finals night. And if I can have anyone's vote, it would be to really have a voice, to be able to have some kind of power and opportunity to do what I love most, and it's to be honest, acting, and to portray different characters and live vicariously for different characters. I mean, I'm a nurse full time, but to be able to portray different characters and tell different stories is truly what I love the most. You know, while portraying these characters, just having the ability to showcase a little bit about me and to say something and to really be a voice, not just for myself, but for someone that looks like me or comes from where I come from, you know, a third world country like Colombia. And I would love to have the opportunity to do that.
You know, you guys went through a whole audition process that was literally a production in and of itself. Like, you did get that experience. And I know right now, in general, the industry has been kind of slow. Verticals are on the rise. And, you know, the industry is right now is at a very difficult stage where it is. And having that opportunity to be able to be on camera, to talk with people, to be able to connect like this is a wonderful opportunity. And my advice going into this industry, because I know a lot of you said that this is something that you're interested, that you're passionate about, that you want to do, and maybe it's your first time, you haven't done this before, is don't stop. Literally, that's the only advice I could give you. So my best advice forward for all of you guys is to just put your foot down and don't listen to anyone else and what they say, as we've experienced, and just do what works for you at the end of the day. All right, guys, so that is the wrap of our production. You guys should all go watch the Next ReelStar, and please go vote. These gentlemen love you. They want you to make them tie so they can be in a show together. Vote. See if it happens. I'd be curious to see it too. All right, love you. Bye.